Welcome back, guys.
What up?
We got Steven calling in here over the phone. He's up north visiting his family. Hopefully, you guys can hear him all right.
Up in the ante. Yeah.
Well, first on the list to talk about today, I wanted to talk about what it was like for everyone when you guys all first moved here to San Diego, because none of us are actually from here.
Correct.
Justin moved here first, so we probably want to hear from you first.
Fuck, man. What was it like when I moved down here?
Yeah.
It was cool. When I first moved in here, there wasn't a lot of really cool people that lived in this complex. It was mostly girls, which was pretty rad, but everybody was kind of standoffish, and I don't know. They didn't really talk to anybody, say hi to them. They just walk right by you.
Now, was that with like all the other locals here too, just the kind of vibe, or was it more specifically just this complex?
Just in this complex.
Complex.
And people don't last that long in this complex because the rooms are so small and it's super expensive.
Yeah.
So people are always in and out of here. But we got a good crew right now.
Yeah, we do. I mean, pretty much everyone here, besides like one, all comes out here and hangs out.
Yeah. Actually, Caesar's moving.
Is he?
He's moving to Colorado.
Already?
No shit.
Already, yeah.
Dude, he just moved here like
I know.
2 months ago.
I know. He went out there for the weekend and was like, fuck it, I'm moving here.
Dude, that's funny because
What?
this last time I was down in Cabo, I met a bunch of people from Colorado that were super rad, dude. Like, and the time before, I met people there from Colorado, and they were both super rad. I mean, Colorado is definitely
pretty dope out there, man.
Definitely pretty cool. They got some nice people there.
If you don't mind not being by the ocean, that's the place to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't think I could ever move away from the ocean, but
Me too. But it was nice visiting out there,
Yeah.
Not very good commercial fishing on the lakes out there.
Gotta have a long line.
Yeah, I can imagine. They have to do some commuting.
No, I couldn't leave either. I love it near the water.
Yeah, for sure.
Dude, there's just so much more to do. Especially here in San Diego. I mean, you could, drive 2 hours, go snowboarding, skiing, snowmobiling, whatever, and then you could still make it back and surf here at sunset.
Yeah.
You can go diving. I mean, there's just so much more going on here.
So many chicks.
Yeah.
Seafood's better.
No,
Seafood's better.
East Coast has the best seafood. I will stand on that.
Yeah, but you have to sacrifice every other great thing to go get it.
That is correct.
That's true.
That is very
true.
correct.
I did move here for a reason.
Yeah. Right.
Our East Coast fans will love that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, East Coast has got some great stuff too. I mean, I grew up out there, and if it wasn't for the wintertime, it would be awesome. I mean, the summertime is just like San Diego, where I was from, and I mean the spring and the fall were just absolutely beautiful. But it's just the long, cold, dark winter.
Brutal.
Yeah, especially being up in the Northeast.
But I mean, during the summer there, it's like really humid, isn't it? It's super cold in the winter and fucking humid in the summer, right?
Yeah, and that's why most people like the fall and the spring, especially in the spring, because you get a drier heat.
And you get autumn too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you get, 5 seasons or something?
4. Fall is also autumn.
Oh.
It's just got 2 names.
Oh. I didn't know.
I think it's depending on where you're from. They either call it
Fall
or autumn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because leaf fall down.
Yeah, she might be right on that.
Yes.
Yeah, dude, Seattle, I lived there for 2 years. It was the same thing where like the winter was miserable, and the winter was like 8 months long. Basically, it just rained the whole time.
You just want to kill yourself?
Yeah, you get like one snow day, and it's really just slush. And then the summer's beautiful. It's like sunny and 85. And
that's
like,
nice.
Just the whole time.
I don't think I've ever been to Seattle in the summertime. It's always been in the wintertime.
I've never
Yeah,
been
you
there.
gotta go in the summer, and it's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a lot of family up there. I should probably go and visit.
Oh, that's right. Your dad lives up there, right?
Yeah, that's where most of my family lives. Is
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I mean, my family was spread out. Anytime I would travel anywhere,
Yeah.
I would always find out I have relatives in the area.
Really?
Yeah, no matter where I went.
Holy shit.
Like I said, I traveled the whole East Coast. I've been quite a lot of places down south, Midwestern countries, and everywhere I went, I've always had his family somewhere. Yeah, family somewhere I've just never met.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
I'm California generation upon generation, both sides of my family, so.
I think everyone in my family was born in a different state.
Really?
Yeah, like
Holy shit.
my mom was from Illinois, her sister was from Texas, and her brother was from New York.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
That's pretty
My
spread out.
grandma was from She was from Massachusetts, and I think my grandfather was also New York.
Damn.
Yeah, but yeah, we got people everywhere.
Yeah, that's sick.
Yeah. So what was like the?
Oh yeah. So getting back to moving down here, yeah. So I mean, it was pretty exciting. You know, there's so many people here. The weather's great. The bars are rad. So basically, when I moved down here, I just fucking partied for a good 6 months.
How old were you when you moved here?
Come on, man.
I was just curious. How long's it been?
Shit.
How long have you lived here? I'll ask that.
I've lived in PB for about 2 years.
About 2 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I was living up in Carlsbad, North County, for a little while too. I've been coming down here my whole life, you know, forever. So up and down this coast. But yeah, I mean, you know, I don't know. It's cool down here. I could see how it would be really different for people from the East Coast and the Midwest to come out here.
Uh-huh.
I mean, for me and probably Steve and David, we're all from, you know, California. So even when you're up north, I mean, it's almost pretty much the same.
Yeah.
There's just, you know, a few differences.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for me, it was just like the transition from Northern California to down here was just like a little bit less fog.
Yeah.
And then it's warmer when it's sunny. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that pretty much the only difference? Only main difference?
I mean, the water's warmer down here in certain times.
Warmer
There's
water.
Tons of chicks.
Bigger surf up there.
Yeah, bigger surf up north for sure.
Oh yeah, and the girl situation is very different down in San Diego.
It's super funny because everybody from all over the place thinks that Southern California, you know, surfing and all this shit. And it's like that's not, dude. Real surfing's up north. Like this is ridiculous down here. Like
really?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, these beach breaks are, I don't know. I think Northern California is, I mean, really.
I mean, I guess now that I think about it, there's no like big go-to spot here that you hear about, you know, all these competitions and stuff.
Black's Beach, I mean, but.
Black's Beach.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably one of your biggest places down here. Mm-hmm. But, I mean, if.
Northern California is like, if you compare it to skiing or snowboarding, like, Northern California is like the Black Diamond and the Double Black Diamond, except for like a couple of beaches will be like beginner friendly, but still cold.
Yeah.
And then, but you come down here and it's mostly like Green Circle and Blue Square. Like there's a ton of people doing it, a bunch of people trying it out for the first time, and you can kind of just like, if you know what you're doing, you can just weave in and out and surf whatever waves you want.
Yeah, I got you.
Right. Yeah, it's more of an image thing down here.
Mm-hmm.
Surf culture and skateboarding.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like everyone who talks is like, oh yeah, I've been surfing, or I want to get more into surfing. It's just like the go-to thing for people.
Yeah,
like kooks.
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, you know, when I moved down here, it was cool. You know, I met a lot of people, partied a lot. I mean, we're in PB, dude. That's what you do is party.
Yeah,
and we're next to the beach. You know, the difference between here and like North County and stuff also is you can ride your bike around here. It's pretty flat. You know, to the beach and Mission Bay and all that stuff. But if you go up North County, it's all cliffs and stuff up there. So, I mean, if you really just want to not drive, you just want to ride your bike around and stuff. I mean, PB is pretty much where it's at, or Ocean Beach or whatever. But yeah,
PB's fun. You know, so when I moved there, I had no concept of where I was. I just knew that I was moving to San Diego, and I was just kind of like, I got my two buddies, one of whom already lived down here, and the other of whom is David, who moved down later, and we just kind of drove around town asking different apartment complexes if anything was open.
That's kind of how I found this spot.
And then I'm driving by this one, and then I see Justin outside smoking a cigarette, and I'm like,
I don't smoke anymore.
He doesn't smoke anymore. He's clean, but I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go talk to that guy. He looks like he knows what's up. And then I didn't know this until after I moved in, but I guess like when I first talked to Justin, because I was just this young, like 24-year-old kid, showing up with my buddies, he was not looking forward to me moving in. Thought I was going to be kind of a rowdy party person, but no, I mean,
did.
The
I was
first person
freaking out.
I really became friends with there was Dalton, and then I migrated over towards Justin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's how it worked. David was up in my face. I remember when he came down here, David was all, "Oh, hey, how's it going, man? What are you guys doing here? Like, how do we get in here?"
Nothing's changed.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, exactly.
You guys are like best friends. You drove him to the hospital last night.
I know, right? Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Yeah, and when I first moved in, it was like everyone was very standoffish. Like
Yeah.
especially all of the girls there. Like you
Yeah.
could not. There was this one girl that lived next door, like literally next door, and I would just say hi to her
Yeah.
if I came out at the same time as her in the morning, and she would look down at the floor and walk by me.
Yeah.
And it's not a big complex. It's not like there's a
No.
bunch of strangers there. It's 11 people living
And
in
it's
the.
not like we were
You
creeps.
can't do much here without
Yeah.
everyone else knowing, pretty much.
Well, it was like, we're not creeps. We're just saying hi. We're friendly neighbors, and they're
Yeah.
just. It was such a weird mentality, dude.
Yeah.
But you know what? A lot of these people are from the East Coast. And I heard that people don't talk to each other, like are super friendly, say hi to people they don't know.
Yeah, a lot of people can be pretty standoffish.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got to meet
So-
the right people that are open and inviting, and then it just opens a whole new door into meeting those people originally. At least, where I was from, it was more of everyone kind of already knew everyone.
Yeah.
You had your towns, and a lot of people didn't mix towns. You either went to Barnstable High School and you're friends with people at Barnstable, or you went to DY and you were friends with people at DY. DY, yeah.
Oh, DY.
Yeah, Dennis
I
Yarmouth.
said DUI.
No. Might as well be DUI,
Yeah.
honestly. That's a good
Oh,
pretty,
really? Oh,
yeah, that's a pretty
shit.
ghetto school.
Yeah, no, I mean compared to like LA or
Oh,
something,
God.
San Diego feels like a really big small town. Like especially Pacific Beach. I see people walking around that I know all the time.
Yeah.
It's super relaxed. Everyone's very willing to stop and talk and get to know their neighbors, and
Yeah,
it's a
dude.
really fun-
Everywhere but
really
this
fun little
complex
town.
was.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I had the total opposite experience when I moved in here.
Well, that's because you got lucky, dude.
I did. I remember when I first came in here, the first thing I did was there was my neighbor there who doesn't live there anymore.
Yeah.
First thing she was the first person I saw. I said, "Hey, I'm Forrest. I'm the new guy. I'm just moving in. I just I don't want to be a stranger. I want you to be able to put a name to the face. Say hi and anything.
Yeah.
She was pretty cool. She said, "Oh, hey, yeah, I'm Flo. I'm moving out here in a little bit, but it's nice to meet you."
Yeah.
Yeah,
She was cool, dude.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, that was cool. And then I remember I came in when I was moving in, and Steven was actually sitting down here. He was in a meeting, so I didn't bother him. But
Yeah,
I
that's right.
yeah,
I give you a little nod.
he did, and I was like, all right, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. You gave me that. And then when I finished moving in, I remember all you guys were sitting out here.
I was like, who the fuck is
drinking
this
stuff.
guy?
I think it was Steven came up to my door and knocked on my door. I was like, hey, man, you want to come out and have a couple drinks with us?
You walked up here with a bag of food, and I was like, "Oh, what apartment are you looking for?" And you're like, "Dude, I moved in. I'm all,
Yeah.
what?"
Yeah, because when I was moving in all my stuff, there was no one out here.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah,
was like,
did
I
you
figured you
move-
guys were all
when
at the
did you
beach or
move?
something, but yeah, I don't
Moved in
know.
like December, right?
Yeah, I think it was around.
Was it? No.
No,
No,
it
it
was
way
before
before
that.
that.
It
Yeah,
was
it was
before
way
that 'cause you guys
before
were
that,
went up
dude.
to north.
Yeah.
I think it was November.
Was it?
I think it was right around
Were you here for Halloween?
before Thanksgiving. I was here for Halloween.
Okay. There you go.
October, yeah.
So maybe
just moved in.
September?
I moved in like the day before
Oh, Halloween.
Halloween. That's
There
what
you
it
go.
was.
There it is.
Yeah,
Because it was still nice out.
it was. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, Steven came knocking on my door and said, "Hey, man, like, you want to come downstairs and have a couple drinks with us?" And I think we ended up sitting out here till like midnight.
Hell yeah.
just bullshit.
Yeah,
and
you
stuff.
ordered a
Yeah.
bunch of Dominoes with those like cheesy pretzel nuts or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
Those are so good.
Those
my
were.
God.
I remember that. I remember. Yeah, because we had ordered them at like 8:00, and they didn't come till like 11:30. And I'm just sitting there thinking, like, wow, I got to be at work in 4 hours.
What did I just get myself
I
into?
should go to bed.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that must have been a fun day of fishing.
You were working a lot,
Yeah,
dude.
loading bay was brutal. I know that was.
You were gone for like 2 months. We were getting worried.
Yeah, that was right at the height of my season. It's going to be like that pretty soon again here.
Ugh.
Damn.
Yeah, but I've been off for a while now.
Yeah.
I've been off for like.
It's been great,
I
man.
feel like it's been 2 months where I've just been doing boat maintenance. Driving from here up to LA, and then
Yeah.
I had a lot of vacations in between,
Right.
and I still got one left. So.
Ooh.
But
I have
this
a-
season's
I
going to
have a-
be different. This
oh,
season's
go
going to
ahead.
start out slow, where I'm going to be doing a 3-day trip, and then I'm going to come back. And I'm going to have like a night off, and then I'm going to be doing a day and a half trip. I'll come back and I'll have a morning off. I'll be like that for quite a while.
Oh, sick.
So I'll be popping in and out at the start, and then when we get our longer trips going, I'm going to be taking more time off this year, obviously because I'm upgrading my license
Right.
to study on that.
Yeah. Hell yeah, dude.
So
It's going to be fucking sick.
Awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll be spending a bunch of time at the coffee shop studying together, I'm sure.
oh yeah,
Mm.
oh yeah, I study a lot better there than I do sitting in my apartment.
Oh my god.
No
dude,
distractions.
My desk is too close to my bed. That's the That's the catch. I just can't like I can't sit at the desk that long because I know my bed's more comfortable. So I got to get out of my apartment.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
I have a topic suggestion if you guys are willing to change.
Yeah,
What do you
dude.
got?
This is just based on what I got sitting right next to me. You know those like variety candy boxes or the chocolate boxes?
Uh, like Snickers
Variety.
and
Like C's candies
oh
or that kind of thing.
yeah. Oh, like with multiple chocolates, like different kinds.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
bunch
little
of
ones.
different things.
Like the bags you get for
which
like
one?
Halloween?
No, like like Stouffer's box or whatever, like the box of chocolates.
Yeah, have you ever had
Oh,
C's candies?
oh yeah. I
You
do
never
know what
had
you're
C's
talking about.
candies though, huh?
No.
Yeah, that's like a
Oh,
yeah.
is that a West Coast thing?
You know what? I think they're everywhere, but I think it is in San Francisco,
Oh, okay.
where it
Yeah.
originated. Yeah.
So
Gotcha.
which of those is your favorite to get, and which is your least favorite? What is the worst candy you could, like if you bite into something, you're like, oh god damn it, I shouldn't have even tried it.
I got to think about this, but you go. You tell us.
Okay, well, my favorite, I like chocolate on chocolate. So the more chocolate in it, the better. So when I get like those ones where you bite in and there's like a chocolate fudge filling,
Mm.
that's my favorite. I love that shit.
See,
but
I'm not a big chocolate guy.
Really?
I've never been that
Okay.
big into chocolate. I've always been like I'll eat chocolate, but it's got to have peanut butter in it.
Oh, I'll fuck with that, dude.
Yeah. Like Reese's, I like Reese's.
Oh,
And, I mean, that's just about
dude,
it.
that is so good.
that's yeah.
Oh,
I mean, those are great. If they come in the thing, I'm happy.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
and you never know. My least favorite to get is like when they have like the coconut vanilla shit in there. Like I normally like coconut, but that's not what I want out of my variety.
Like a
chocolate.
Mounds bar?
Yeah, kind of like that.
Yeah.
It's like I'm expecting something sweet, and then all of a sudden it's coconut, and
Do-
it's just not super sweet.
Do you like those like the dark chocolate, like kind of chalky tasting
Chalky?
chocolates? Yeah, when you bite it, it
Chalky
kind of feels like
taste.
a little chalky in your mouth.
Is that like truffle?
No, it's like the dark chocolate bars.
Dark chocolate bars.
Yeah.
Like a thin mint texture.
No. Imagine like a Hershey's chocolate,
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
but it's like real chocolate, like dark chocolate.
Oh, I mean, I like dark chocolate bars.
You do?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know, dude. It leaves like a weird aftertaste in my mouth, and I don't know what it is. I just don't like it.
That's weird.
Huh.
Which is
Yeah,
weird
I
because
put dark chocolate on my yogurt. I put
Yeah.
like 85% cacao.
That looked good the other
Cacao.
night. Yeah.
Oh, it was so good with the
Dude.
raspberries.
Dude. The whipped cream and all that shit. Oh my
I didn't
God.
put whipped cream on my yogurt.
What? Oh, it was yogurt. I thought it was whipped
Yeah.
cream. Okay.
put
Just
whipped cream on your
cream
yogurt.
for dinner.
Yeah.
Oh man, can't imagine that.
I thought it was whipped cream. I didn't know it was yogurt. Looks pretty good though.
Yeah, I wish David would show up and talk about his whipped cream habits. But
He
he's not here.
is gonna have the diabetes.
Yeah,
Soon.
that guy eats a lot of junk.
Jesus Christ.
I remember, speaking of like whipped cream habits, I remember as a kid, my uncle, the kids used to get all excited about this. My uncle, anytime we were at like my grandparents' house, and it was dessert time, having ice cream or whatever, he used to come up to us and he'd tilt our heads back and he'd give us like a shot of whipped cream in the mouth.
That sounds delicious.
Yeah, he used to call them whippets.
Whippets.
Yeah.
Not the right kind of whippets, but
Or the right kind. That kind of.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
Yeah, no, it's good. No hangover after.
yeah.
Get chocolate wasted.
Chocolate wasted. Hell yeah.
Keep all your brain cells.
Yeah.
Right? Jesus.
Uh,
Hell yeah.
Yeah. One time in high school, this is a fun story for a podcast. I was over at my friend's house and we had a whipped cream can and he pretended to give me a blowjob while I squirted whipped cream into his mouth.
Jesus. That was probably cute looking.
do you guys
Yeah.
remember that game, the sex game, Whipped Cream?
No.
No?
No.
You guys ever heard of it?
Never heard of it.
Steven?
Wait, the what?
It,
The
it's
sex
a,
game?
Yeah, it's like a sex
Sorry,
game, but it's called
My
Whipped
dad
Cream.
came in.
Oh.
Yelling at me that dinner's ready. So I got like 3 seconds.
Oh, okay.
But I want to hear this.
I'll make it quick. So basically, it's you. The chick or the guy lies there naked, while the other person squirts whipped cream like all over their body and like draws whatever, and then the person has to lick it off them.
I wish I played that.
Sounds awesome.
It's a fun game.
Never played it.
Sounds
No.
great.
Yeah, no, I try to make that quick.
Yeah.
Just because Steven's got to go.
Long story
but-
short.
Yeah, long story short.
All right. I'll see you guys.
Have a great dinner,
fun,
dude.
All right, later, dude.
Fun evening.
Yeah,
Peace.
Well, there it is.
nice. Well, I'm glad the call worked out.
Yeah, that was killer, dude. First time.
Yeah,
Crushed it.
yeah. But getting back into that game of cream, the way I found out about it was kind of where I wanted to get to.
Okay.
I
Never
remember,
played any sex games, dude.
No,
No, never have. Hate to say it.
I had a chick that was way into
Sounds
that
rad.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyways, the way I found out about it, I was in, let's see, probably like the 5th, 6th grade.
Jesus, dude.
Yeah, and I had this friend, this friend Emily,
Yeah.
and I remember her coming to school telling me about it. Her parents had like told her and said that they used to play it all the time. That her dad was like telling her all this like stuff that she would draw on her mom. It was a Brazilian chick.
Wait a minute. The parents were talking to their kid about this sex game
Yeah,
and how they did it on each other?
yeah.
Oh, that's fucking gnarly.
That is, yeah. It's kind of weird.
Okay.
Huh. Yeah, I don't know. I forget where I was going with this story. I had something big planned, but we'll forget about that.
Holy shit, I want to hear this.
Yeah, I forget. I honestly forget where I was going with it.
All right.
Um,
Damn. 5th grade.
yeah, 5th grade. I can't imagine ever sharing my sex life with my kid.
Yeah, that's weird. Especially at that age, man. It's
Yeah.
really young,
Yeah.
you know.
Well, I think she might have asked her parents about the game of cream, and her dad was joking around about it or something.
Probably
but-
should have made something else up.
Yeah.
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 They're kind of young to talk about that.
Yeah.
But hey, man, Brazilian. Maybe they're different than us.
I don't know. There's different cultures.
Yeah, exactly.
Um,
Totally. I understand.
Yeah, but anyways, getting back to like the differences between San Diego here.
Yeah.
When I first moved here, it was a tough adjustment.
Was it really?
It was,
Why?
especially coming from the East Coast because,
God, you would think it wouldn't be.
well, just the whole mentality of people out there is different, and I was in a small town
Right.
too,
Got it.
so I get the whole different. You guys talk to each other differently than like
Yeah.
me and my friends would. You guys do
Yeah.
different stuff, and
Is there there's a huge difference in culture.
yes and no. It's a lot of little stuff
Okay.
that kind of adds up to being a lot of big stuff.
Okay.
Like-
Tell us some differences that you notice.
Oh man, I mean the way that people talk, like no one out there really takes offense to a lot of stuff.
Like
So,
here?
so let me tell you this story.
Okay.
So my uncle, he's from California,
Yeah.
and he obviously moved to the East Coast in Massachusetts.
Right.
When he first moved there, and he was working like construction,
Yeah.
and the East Coast guys were picking on him, busting his balls, joking around, whatever, just saying stuff.
Yeah.
As to me growing up there, it's whatever, nothing. They're just joking around. He thought they were like being serious, and he was like taking offense to all of it. And he ended up like he used to get in so many fights with people, and then eventually his foreman or his boss or something pulled him aside. He's like, "Hey man, like I know you're not from around here, but they're just messing with you. Like stop getting so heated. That's just
So
how people
sensitive.
talk out there." Yeah, so it's a lot of people out there have thicker skin, and like
Okay,
I
yeah.
realize it every
Well, it's
now
cold.
and again. Yeah, yeah, you gotta have thick skin out there, I guess. But I realize it every now and again, talking to people where
Yeah.
I'll say something and people look at me weird, like, did that guy really just did he really just say that? Like, what the fuck's wrong with you, dude? And I was just like, oh, hey man, like it was a joke. Like,
Like they thought you were being rude.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Like I could go up to anyone of my friends or even a random person speaking and be like, hey man, fuck you, go fuck yourself. I'll just be like, psh, dude, who the fuck you talking to? Like, go fuck yourself. And the next thing you know, like we're going down to the bar to have drinks together.
Right.
Just bullshit. I just
Then you box and then you make up and have more drinks.
yeah, pretty much. Where I feel like here it would be a whole different story.
Oh, it's sensitive out here, man. It's
I've picked up on that.
it's a little sensitive. I mean, it depends on where you're going, but
Yeah, I mean, but people here are way more
Laid
friendly and inviting for
Yeah.
sure, which I mean I do like more.
okay. It's laid back.
Yeah.
So I've been told.
Yeah, no, it is. It is. But yeah, there's just a lot of like little differences because more of like the small town stuff. Because when I moved here, I was like always kind of looking over my shoulder, like making sure I'm not gonna get pulled over, get in trouble with the police or anything like that.
Right.
We're out there. It's I could speed, and the police officer will just pull me over and be like,
God damn
he'll
it,
he'll,
Forrest.
he'll see my license plate and be like, oh, I know who that is. Like, he's fine.
You gotta hide your beer better this time, bud.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was no big deal because I remember leaving bars like being completely fucked up.
Yeah.
With my friends, and they'll be like 5 police officers sitting outside, and they'll see me get into my truck with a bunch of my friends.
Troublemaker over here.
Yeah, and they'll come on the fucking PA that the police have and literally just say, drive safe, drive safe, Forrest.
Forrest.
Yeah.
Forbist.
Yeah.
Damn,
So
dude.
yeah, it's just different.
So, okay, what are some other differences? How about like the way people dress, or the way they talk? And
It's a lot of nicer, preppy clothes.
in East Coast.
Yeah.
That's their jam.
Yeah, they like the preppy clothes. I mean, I like the way people dress out here way more. It's a lot more laid back.
Okay.
Imagine going up to LA
Yeah.
and seeing the way how nice people dress.
Yeah.
That's the East Coast.
Oh, like preppy.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, everyone's got a fucking attitude. It's either that or Carhartts.
Oh, I love Carhartt.
Yeah.
Shout out to
Carhartt's big
Carhartt.
out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty much. I mean, I'm wearing Carhartt pants right now.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's what everyone wears.
It's the good.
Yeah, you don't see anyone out there like wearing jeans or anything.
It's all Carhartt,
Carhartt.
head to
Yep,
toe.
head to toe.
I watched, some SNL skits like Bill Burr and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude, they're so funny. But I bet you they're like spot on,
Mhm.
like with the Boston guys and wearing the Carhartt and the whole 9 yards. Seemed pretty funny.
Yeah.
And people are like, yeah, it's spot on. I live in this town and it's spot on.
Yeah. No, it really is. Even that Sam Adams commercial, like your cousin from Boston.
Yeah.
That is your stereotypical Boston guy right there.
That's so
They
funny,
hit
man.
they hit the
I just want to meet.
nail right on the head.
I want to meet one of those guys and just chat with them for a
Yeah.
while.
Dude, they're
They
hilarious.
seem pretty fun.
They
dude.
are hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you either get guys like that, like your cousin from Boston, where he's just loud and not
Yeah.
just talking to everyone.
Right.
Or you get those quiet guys who's like, who the fuck you looking at? Like
Yikes.
stuff like that. But it's definitely different,
Do you think that you relate with more of like the people out here or with the people in Boston? Or I mean, we're Cape Cod, where you're from.
I kind of fit in everywhere, I feel like.
Okay. You're a chameleon just to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, when I moved out here, like I've been working, where I worked for about a month,
Uh-huh.
and already had those guys all invite me over to their houses for Thanksgiving, spent Christmas with
Well,
them.
dude, you're a
I got
really easygoing
along,
guy, bro.
I got along so great with them. I got along great with you guys when I first met. I don't know, dude. I'm a very friendly guy.
You are very friendly.
So
Yeah,
I
you're
feel
very
like I get
easygoing.
along great with a lot of people.
I honestly, I thought you were from here because you're pretty easygoing. All the people I met from the East Coast. I mean,
Yeah.
they're cool, but there's a difference.
Yeah, dude, there's just
You know.
something about them.
There is,
Yeah.
and you could tell.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But I mean, it's not bad or anything. I'm just saying, it's just interesting I've never been to the East Coast.
Yeah.
So I don't. This is the first time like being in this town.
Mm-hmm.
Up north, we don't have people. It's not like a tourist town up north. I mean, it is in like Santa Cruz,
Yeah.
but not like here, dude. Like everybody's from East Coast. So this is the first time I've ever been around people from the East Coast.
Really?
And oh yeah, dude. They don't. People don't. I mean, maybe San Francisco, but I
Mhm.
don't. I mean, I was 45 minutes away from San Francisco.
Yeah.
But this is the first time I've ever been around like people from all over the place, all over the U.S., the world, especially the East Coast.
Mhm.
And it was a major. It was kind of that. You know what? I'd have to say when I moved to PB,
Yeah.
that was the one thing that was the hardest to get used to, because in Santa Cruz, everybody's pretty much from there or over the hill.
Yeah.
And everybody's, California style. I mean, we don't have anybody from anywhere else,
Mm-hmm.
And when I come down here, I mean, everybody's from East Coast down here in PB.
It's funny that you say that. I really have not met many people from the East Coast here.
Literally, we could go outside and stand on the goddamn driveway right now, and people that are walking by, I bet you we can ask them, where are you from?
Everyone I've met has been from NorCal.
Oh, well. Well, I mean, is everyone from here, like in the complex? Because we're all from NorCal.
No. I mean, the people, straight across the street from us.
What?
People I've met in the bars, yeah, they're all from
Shut the fuck
NorCal.
up.
Yeah,
I have not-
everyone I met.
I've only met a few people from NorCal. That's so weird, man. That's
It
weird.
might be they probably just stand out more to me.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I might have met people from the East Coast and just be like, oh yeah, whatever, East Coast.
Yeah.
You know, I forget about them 20 minutes later.
Yeah, right.
Where it's like, oh, NorCal, dude, that's sick. I was just talking to them. I guess it's like this up there and like that, you know.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So maybe that's what it is.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's a cool topic to talk about. You know.
Yeah.
The differences and stuff. And I mean, do you like it here?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you do.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Do you think you'll ever move back to the East Coast?
See, I don't know.
It's too hard to say. Too
Yeah,
early to say.
I'm pretty much just going wherever work takes me at this point.
Yeah, I mean that's
what brought me here.
that's what you should do, right?
That's what brought me down to Virginia. Brought me to Florida,
Yeah.
New York, Maine, all those places.
That's what you do.
Following work.
Yeah.
Yeah, wherever the hot places, wherever's paying the most.
Sure.
You know, wherever I can pretty much slide in.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that makes sense.
Yeah.
You know?
So I don't really have any plans. I mean, I'm even thinking about
Go on.
traveling overseas to different places too.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Where are you thinking?
I'd like to check out Australia.
Oh, hell
I heard
yeah,
Australia's
dude.
cool.
That's sick.
But yeah, it's really just wherever work is.
Wherever it takes you.
I'd like to get on a boat that would travel the world.
That would be sick. Why don't
Yeah.
you get on one of those fucking like those yachts? You ever see that TV show?
Yeah, below deck.
Yeah. That
Yeah.
looks fun, dude.
So actually, about almost a year ago today, maybe a little less, maybe like 3/4 of a year ago, something like that.
Yeah.
I had a job interview to run a yacht
Oh, that's
out
right.
of Fort Lauderdale.
You're telling me about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I would have loved to take. It was a beautiful boat. It was like a 175-foot
Fuck.
mega yacht.
Jesus Christ.
Beautiful boat. It was brand new. The owners were all right. It was a private yacht.
So you would
Wasn't-
just be
wasn't
taking
chartered.
them around.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much just bring the boat wherever they want it. Keep it clean. Keep it running.
Were they
manage the crew.
hoity-toity?
What do you mean by hoity-toity?
Hoity-toity means like they were just like, you know how rich people are. Super rich people.
No, I mean they were pretty cool, but they were very strict because I had them in the yachting world. They're like, I want this to be perfectly clean, like which is understandable,
that.
like the industry standard for everything to be
Yeah.
super clean. But they were honestly very cool, easygoing people.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, which I mean I would have loved to take the job. And the person who had set me up with the job interview,
Yeah.
he's always picking out like the best ones for people. He'll give you a whole heads up.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. He'll either tell you, like, okay, this guy is, like, he's a pain in the ass, but he pays the most, so he keeps him as a client. But anyone that's, like, got a bad rep,
Yeah.
he doesn't keep him as a client for people, because they outsource the yacht owners, they outsource finding crew to different brokers.
Okay.
So
Is it like a
there's,
staffing agency type deal?
kind of,
For
yeah.
yachts?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Where they get in contact with this broker
Okay.
who is the one that's actually going out and looking for the crew. Because, he has a list of people's resumes and stuff.
Yeah.
He knows who's looking for work. So people call him, and then he finds the crew. So the guy I was going through was a very reputable person, and I was recommended to him by a friend of mine, which is how I was able to get this interview for this guy. My friend who had worked for him for, I don't know, 11 or 12 years, and I worked I worked for his friend for a year, and he put me up and recommended me to this guy. That's the only way I got in with him.
Okay.
So yeah, he got me the job interview on that yacht, but I had to turn it down because I wasn't going to leave the boat I was on early, in the middle of our season, just drop everything. He wanted me, the owner wanted me to drop everything and go pretty much and run the boat the next day. But I said I wasn't going to,
Burn a bridge.
burn a bridge, leave my
Yeah.
boat a man down.
Right.
Um,
Middle of the season.
yeah. Yeah, pretty much. I figured, another opportunity would come up if that is something I wanted to do.
Oh, sure.
But
Sure, man.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck, dude, in Florida, there's tons of yachts
oh,
out there.
yeah,
Newport.
dude, there's a million. There's a million of them.
Yeah.
I could probably call the guy today and be like, hey, I quit my job. Do you have anything available for me? And he could probably find me something within a couple weeks.
Damn, dude.
So yeah.
So why don't you go do that?
Um,
Seems like a pretty cool.
I want to
gig.
focus on more upgrading my license before I make any kind of career move again, bringing me up into a whole different class of pay and what I'm doing.
That's right. You want to run a tug, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's more or less the next step in like the career line that I chose.
Okay.
You know, not going to a maritime school and actually just getting my license and moving up. A tug is like how you get in to the next step up. Oh, it's actually skipping a step. Normally you go into crew boats and then you go into tugs.
Got it.
But because I have an in on a tugboat, I can kind of skip that step. And then from the tug, you move up to pilot station, and then you can become the pilot, and that's like top of the line, like pretty much one of the highest paid jobs in the maritime industry.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Wait, weren't you on a crew boat in Virginia?
Yeah, I was running
Yeah.
a crew boat.
Okay,
that
so
was,
you've
that
been
was,
all
it
over.
wasn't a legit crew boat. It was a fishing boat that we're using as a crew boat.
Got it.
Yeah, for like 40 days. So it wasn't it's not registered as a crew boat. It wasn't a crew boat job. Well, it was a crew boat job, but it wasn't a crew boat. So it was a little different, not being an actual crew boat company.
Right.
But yeah, I did enjoy that the whole
Yeah.
crew boat job ordeal.
That was the time you saw the submarine, right?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
first time I saw a submarine.
That's right.
Yep, working down in Virginia.
Crazy, man.
Yeah, which was awesome. Awesome experience.
Yeah.
You learn so much more, ship handling, working around bigger ships, and just you learn so much more about the industry than you do in fishing, because fishing is very closed off and very much a niche where once you work in fishing, you don't really expand outside of fishing with your boats.
Right.
Where working with crew boats, you're doing so much different stuff. We were burying underwater cables. We were jacking up ships out of the water, driving pilings down, transferring goods. So you learn a lot more about ship handling. Pulling up next to these boats, holding positions dead in the water.
Really?
Yeah, because to transfer goods onto a ship, you got to back down next to them.
Okay.
So you got one will be facing north, and you'll be facing like east, and you're literally inches from them. And you have to hold your position being just inches away from them, so you can either hand off the goods if they don't have a crane. You got to hand them off.
You don't tie up the boat to each other?
You can, but because we were on a fishing boat that wasn't made to do that, and we have a big 2-foot solid aluminum rub rail.
Yeah.
Us tying up next to them would destroy the fuck out of their boat and destroy our boat.
Got it.
While most crew boats have tires all around them, so you can tie off next to them.
Okay.
Our boat, you couldn't, so I had to hold my position just very closely next to them. Yeah, which was
that's intense.
The first time I did it was very stressful, and then after that, it was easy.
How did you? I mean, what did you just hanging out the window and just kind of?
So, most boat, like the boat I'm on now, we have controls where we can steer the boat from outside.
That's right. Yeah.
The boat I'm on, I was on at the time, we didn't. It was only inside controls.
Okay.
So I had a guy outside with a radio calling me on the radio, telling me, okay, you got your bows swinging in, your stern's swinging out, or your stern's swinging in. You got this much space between you and the other boat.
Yeah.
So I pretty much had him direct me while I just really stared at the compass, keep my heading straight, and pretty much did that. Stared at the radar, had the radar zoomed in as much as I could, and just I literally I never looked out the window once. I was just down staring at my equipment, just banging everything, listening to him call me on the radio.
Yeah.
So yeah, the first time I did it was very stressful. Second time not as stressful, and after that
Piece of cake.
it just became nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so that was a great experience for me.
And you're out in the ocean, so it's you got the currents and the waves and the swell.
Yeah.
And
So yeah, a big thing is lining your guys' self up.
yeah.
You get the seas coming one way, you get the current coming another.
Yeah.
So you want to set your position, and you got to realize too, like, how fast is he going to drift compared to how fast am I going to drift?
Right. Is his boat almost as big as yours or bigger? Or?
There was a range of boats. There was some boats that were smaller, some boats that were bigger. There were other smaller crew boats there, and there were other bigger crew boats there.
Was it easier to do the smaller or the bigger boats?
It all became the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was no
Really?
different. You do it once, it's
all
more
the
or less
same.
the same thing.
Yeah.
Especially because most time they were underway. They were just sitting, holding a position. It was more or less just figuring out who's going to drift faster and how to line yourself up and which way that you're going to get pushed, which way your drifts are going to go, just to kind of keep yourself corrected.
Yeah.
And so if anything does happen, you're not going to hit them. They're going to, you're going to separate from each other.
Right.
Say like my engine stopped working, we can fend ourselves off more or less, and eventually there's going to be a gap, and he's going to be further away from us, or vice versa.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's a lot of just planning.
It seems like
you really
it.
got to think. Yeah, and having that combined with the fishing experience, where you literally have to anchor up, right on top of just one single rock, so it's directly under your boat. So figuring out how the currents are, and all that, how all that stuff's going to work, has really improved my boat handling skills and stuff. So
Sick, dude. Yeah. So why'd you go from that to commercial fishing?
go from crew boats.
Yeah.
There was no job change. I was fishing before, and COVID hit.
Oh,
We weren't allowed to fish, so we took a contract
got
doing
it.
that.
Okay.
And then as soon as that contract was up, we were allowed to fish again, so we went back to fishing.
So did he primarily want to do the fishing? That was his bread and butter, or would he
Yeah,
have done
fishing
the
is
crew
the
boats?
bread and butter.
Okay.
But that company did want to expand into crew boats, and that was
That's why he tried
that
it
was
out.
one of the projects I worked on, was getting us into that industry.
Uh-huh.
And that was when I was going to buy the boat with my old boss, an actual crew boat.
Oh, okay.
But that was if that contract were to extend longer than what we actually had it for on the more major project, because we were just setting up for test windmills.
That's right. Yeah.
So when they were actually going to do the project, we were going to buy a crew boat to do the full project with.
Got it.
And he wants to expand into that industry just in case anything happens to fishing. He has something to fall back on.
Well, did they make more money than fishing?
It's year-round work. So
Fishing's year-round work.
No.
The crew boats.
Crew boats would be year-round work.
So why wouldn't he want to get into crew boats as opposed to fishing?
He does.
He does.
He does want to get into crew boats.
Got
yeah.
it.
But you got to have the right opportunity to do it.
Got it.
Yeah, you got to have work for it. So, with doing the windmills on these big windmill, offshore windmill projects.
Yeah.
When that big job gets rolling, he's really fighting to get that contract, and get into that industry, while keeping the fishing going too. He's expanding, gonna just build a whole new company. So yeah, he does want to get into that.
He does.
Yeah.
How's so? Is he still doing the fishing thing right now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's always going to be doing that fishing thing.
Got it.
He's always going to keep that going. He's just going to
Just expand the business. Yeah.
his
Something
himself,
different.
the corporation,
Yeah.
while keeping all those other businesses going
Right.
with fishing.
Sweet.
Yeah. So
Yeah. Hell yeah, dude.
yeah, I mean, and that would be one thing that would bring me back to the East Coast is that job. Because during that job, dude, I was making so much money. And
Really?
It was easy work.
Really?
Yeah, it was easy work. I mean, it sucked on rough days. I remember going through probably one of the most. I had some of the most stressful times of me running boats
Mm-hmm.
on that project. Number one, that first time pulling up next to those boats, that was pretty stressful. That was definitely one of the more stressful things I've been through.
But I
running
mean,
boats.
you watched him do it, and they kind of told you what to do.
I was the first one to do it. He knew he could do it because he had ran crew boats in the past before he owned his business.
Got it.
So he knew he could do it.
Got
He
it.
wanted to see if I could do it.
Got it.
And he wanted to see if I could figure out on my own.
And you wanted to take the challenge, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love a challenge.
Yeah.
So he had me do it. And yeah, he was my guy watching. So he was just standing right outside. He was watching me. He was watching the boat. So he would be right there to jump in if anything did happen. So there was that. That was pretty stressful. And another thing was going up into the Chesapeake River for the first time was during a tropical storm in fog. We had two off-station buoys, buoys that had broken loose from their position. So, I can't see out my window. It's raining. There's a big swell. There's a big storm. Winds howling. And I've never been up this river, and it's a busy harbor.
Huh.
So there was me in front. I don't know why we were the lead boat. Probably because we had the brightest lights, so everyone could just follow our lights.
Got it.
And we had the line of all the other crew boats following us. And they had all been up the Chesapeake River before. I never had been.
Let's put the new guy up front.
Yeah, put the new guy there. That's not from
Let's
the
let him lead.
Yeah. So yeah, I had to do that. It's hard to read a radar in that kind of weather. There's
So wait,
much
it
interference.
was humid with a lot of fog?
No, it was raining.
Oh, it was
It was
raining.
during a tropical storm. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it literally just been downgraded to a tropical storm. It was a hurricane before. It was Category 1.
Wow.
Yeah. And we hung on till the last absolute minute. So we're just getting our asses kicked, brains pounded in,
Damn.
and I can't see anything going up this river. And I know that 2 buoys in the area had broken loose.
Really?
Yeah, if you hit those buoys, dude, you're fucked.
They're big.
Yeah, they're heavy duty.
Yeah.
They'll do some serious fucking damage to your boat.
No shit.
Yeah, I think we'd be fine. We have a 1-inch thick aluminum hull, but
Yeah.
it still would not be pretty. And there's still a real possibility of putting a hole in the bottom of the boat, a major hole in the bottom of the boat with that.
But couldn't you see it on a radar?
So during like a storm and heavy rain, you get a lot of interference. So you don't really have a clear picture, of what's in front of you.
Okay.
So I would get a lot of, just miscellaneous targets that would pop up. I'd get, targets, every other sweep as the radar goes by, things will pop up. I had my AAS so I could see ships. I could clearly tell like what was a ship and what wasn't, but it was just so much going on. Most of the time I'm just staring at the compass and looking at the radar, staring at the compass, looking at the radar, glance up at the GPS, make sure I'm on track.
Yeah.
Going up to this place, I've never been. You don't want to make a wrong turn up there. You'll run aground. So it was just a lot to experience. I had, my boss was there. He was standing behind me. So
Right.
if anything were to go wrong, if I were to make a wrong move, he would have corrected me. But that was another, stressful first experience. But I was very confident doing it. But, it was still.
Yeah, I could see that.
Still something where if someone were to
you
go
don't
wrong,
want to fuck
it would
up
go
in front
quick.
of him.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you want to do a good job for yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm leading the pack of boats, so.
But you know what?
Yeah.
Sometimes under pressure like that,
I perform very well under pressure,
Yeah.
I found out. I perform way better under pressure than in a relaxed environment.
right. Yeah. Sometimes you got to just be thrown to the wolves.
Yeah.
You learn better that way.
Yeah.
You and me and everybody else
Yeah.
sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, I like that. I like those intense situations.
Because it's like, I can't fuck up.
Yeah. Yeah, and you have seconds to react and stuff, and yeah,
Wow.
really, I know your shit.
Yeah. Jesus, man.
Yeah, that was cool.
That's crazy.
And then the last stressful thing was on the way home. There wasn't a whole lot of wind. It was just buckets and buckets of rain.
Wow. Couldn't
It
see in
was
front of you.
the heaviest rain I'd ever been in. Yeah, you can't see in front of me. Like,
Wow.
there was just, it was a waterfall. I'm not even joking, dude. It was just a waterfall
it.
coming off the wheelhouse.
That's crazy.
Just everywhere, like all the way around, just straight. There's like a little lip on, on the wheelhouse.
Yeah.
From the deck to where on the top of the
Yeah.
wheelhouse.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a little lip where it comes up around the edges.
Mhm.
It was just a straight waterfall pulling over, and
Was it warm out? Because you said it was a hurricane, right?
this
usually
is a
warm,
different time.
Oh.
This was just rain, just heavy rain.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, we're probably like 100 miles offshore.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, just 100 miles, like whatever.
Yeah, I mean,
That's so.
I go a
far,
lot
dude.
further than that now.
I know you do, but to me, that's
100
like
miles to me is just
insane.
like right outside the
Yeah.
harbor.
That's a quick trip.
Yeah. And that's like where all our wiring for electronics are, our antennas and stuff. And all of our equipment, our GPSs, our radar, our AIS, all that stuff stopped working.
Oh, party on.
Yeah. So my entire radar screen was just one big blob.
Yeah.
My GPS is were just flashing alarms, no position found. My AIS just
God.
it wasn't even turning on at this point.
Wow.
And we're in the middle of like a cargo shipping lane.
Rad.
Yeah.
That's pretty heavy, dude.
Yeah.
Like you're not supposed to be in those lanes
Well,
to fish or anything.
Well, you can. You just got to look out for the ships.
Okay. All right.
They have the right of way pretty much.
Got it.
Anyway, so I remember none of that stuff was working. We're in the middle of a shipping lane. Then we had an issue going on downstairs or the stator on our alternator, which is what tells it to, tells the alternator to shut off when charging a battery. So, once it gets to,
Right.
Ours were 24 volts. So once it gets to 28 volts, because they rest at 28, once it gets to 28 volts, it's supposed to stop charging. Even though it's still,
right?
the alternator, even though
Yeah.
it's still, the alternator is still spinning or whatever, it's just not producing any more, not sending any more power to the battery.
Got it.
The stator broke and it was hung on, so our batteries were getting up to like 35 volts, and then that's when they start like exploding. The sulfuric acid inside starts boiling, and then the batteries can explode. So dealing with that downstairs while not being able to see anything outside, having no idea what's around. I can't even see the bow of my boat.
Wow.
I can't even see 5 feet out my window.
Wow.
And eventually we did get one of our GPSs working, and I had him. I stopped the boat and I just had him take that alternator off that engine. Just quick. It's 4 bolts to do, and then after those bolts are off and the belt's off, I can start the engine up, start running while I disconnect wires and stuff. So I had all that going on, and eventually, I had this old GPS sitting behind me in the wheelhouse with an antenna. So I got the old GPS working, with power, wired it all up, got it hooked up to an antenna, and I just cracked open my wheelhouse door and kind of aimed the antenna up and, wedged it in there with zip ties, duct tape, whatever, so just kind of pointing up. And I finally got that GPS working. I ended up being able to link it with the AIS so I could see, I could use it. All the big ships have AIS, which is, it tells you their position, their speed, their course, where they're headed, just all the ship's information, and it can plot them on the GPS as if it was a radar. So I eventually got that working, and luckily we weren't gonna hit any ships, but there were some ships around. I had finally gotten that working, and that was a good 30, 45-minute ordeal, just trying to get all that going.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was stressful. It was a nightmare.
Shit show.
Yeah. Yeah, so probably the 3 most stressful situations I've been in.
Damn, dude.
All in one trip.
And you're only 21 or 22.
At the time, I
What,
was
20, 18, 19,
19, I think.
19.
19. I was either 19 or 20.
It's a lot of
I was late
responsibility for a
19 or early
19-year-old.
20. Yeah. Well, like I said, I had my boss. My boss was there. If I had someone to fall back on,
Yeah.
but his whole ordeal, like that whole trip, was just sitting back, letting me run everything.
Yeah.
Dealing with the companies we're working for, talking to them, all the other ships, coordinating everything with them.
Yeah.
My boss just sat back and never gave me his input or anything like that. Just was there if I were to fuck up to stand in and correct it.
Right.
And which he never had to.
It's the best way to learn.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean,
So
that's rad.
that was a great experience.
Yeah, I bet.
Completely great experience.
Fuck, man.
Yeah.
That's intense.
Yeah. I enjoyed it a lot. And that experience really helped me grow in, any job that I have now.
Sure.
I walk in there with so much more confidence,
Fuck
knowing
yeah.
I can do so much more, and
Yeah.
I've been pushed my limits, and know how I perform in these higher stress situations. So I kind of walk into everything now, just like, dude, whatever happens, happens. If I fuck up, there's someone that's going to be there to correct it. Not as the captain, but if I were to go and do something wrong, like whatever. Like if I were to mess up, it can always be corrected later.
It's nice to have something to fall back on.
Yeah.
In a shitty situation that you're like, oh God.
Yeah.
But luckily you didn't have to do that, which is awesome.
Yeah, and he's got 40, 50 years of experience,
Right.
So
that's a piece of cake to him.
Yeah,
walking
to him
the park.
it's nothing.
He's just chilling, eating
Yeah.
a Twinkie.
Right. Yeah,
That's
literally,
rad.
he was most time he's just kind of taking a nap behind me.
Yeah,
on our
right.
watching, so he's
Just
like,
hit him on the
you got
head.
this."
Hey,
He's like-
dude.
and then goes on, just wake me up.
Yeah.
You got this.
That's rad, man.
Yeah, no, great experience working down there. for
Yeah.
sure.
Do they do the same thing over here that they do out there?
It's a little different.
Okay.
It's what he does is the East Coast equivalent of what I do, but what I do doesn't exist on the East Coast. This whole long range style of fishing, going out for 16 days, going down and fishing these foreign countries,
Right.
right,
Right.
going offshore and being in such a luxury boat and just a high standard of everything. That doesn't really exist over there.
Okay.
The longest trip they do is like a 3-day trip.
Like Bahamas and stuff, right? There's got to be good fishing around there, and
Yeah, but it's more local stuff.
it's
It's all the boats are pretty local.
it's not that far away from like Florida, right?
I mean, it is. You can't go there in a 100-ton boat like that.
Oh.
A 100-ton boat, like the boats that I work on, are all 100 tons.
Okay.
They call them. We're only allowed to go up to 200 miles from a point of land.
Oh shit.
Yeah, which is nice working down here because there's a lot of islands. There's a lot of different structures that come out that can be considered land. So
That's how you
actually,
get away with going like 800 miles out.
Yeah, exactly. There's the
Got
closest
it.
thing would be 200 miles,
Okay.
but it's not somewhere that's really inhabited or that we can really
Right.
pull
It's
into
still an
tie
island.
up. Yeah, it's just like an uninhabited island or it's a military island, where we can't actually go.
That's a loophole then, basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
Got it.
Yeah. But yeah, it's considered like a port of refuge.
Got it.
Yeah.
So if something dire happened, you can go on to
Yeah,
the
like a
island.
big storm or anything like that, we can go hide in the shelter of that island.
Got it.
And if they're military islands, they have doctors and stuff there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
got
so in
it.
case there is an actual medical emergency, we can bring them there to get treatment.
No shit.
Yeah,
That's rad.
yeah. There's only has only happened once that I've heard of.
Oh, really?
Most of the time, we just run into to Cabo San Lucas or Mag Bay or something and drop them off, and they get med flighted back to the U.S.
Got it.
Yeah, actually, the last time I heard of it happening, it was this guy had a stroke on a boat. They were probably 180 miles off the coast, and the guy had a stroke.
Got it.
And they had called the Mexican Navy to come and pick the guy up. And he said
How'd that go?
they sent over like a little lifeboat, a little like inflatable motorboat, like a rib craft.
Guy's having a heart attack and they send over a fucking inflatable boat.
Well, they had a big ship, they had the big ship, but then they sent over
Oh,
a little
got
boat
it.
to come and pick the guy up.
Got it.
Yeah, he said it was such a nightmare. The guy was just getting, the little boat was just getting thrown around.
Ugh.
The guy could not maneuver the boat, could not get the boat up next to the boat. So the captain
Jesus.
said, no. And he took one look at those guys, took one look at the guys on the boat, on the ship. Said, yeah, there's no way I'm handing this guy over to you guys. No way this guy's gonna. I'm gonna be liable for this guy. No way I'm gonna. He can't think for himself. There's no way I'm gonna let you take my passenger.
Yeah.
So he ran all the way into Mag Bay, tied up in Mag Bay, and got him off the boat. And I think the U.S. Coast Guard came down and med flight him out of Mag Bay.
No shit.
Yeah.
How long did it take you guys to get there?
This wasn't me. This was a friend of mine. It took him about 12 hours.
Holy shit. How long do you
Yeah.
think it would have taken him, the Mexican boat, to get there? Same 12 hours?
Probably more or less the same.
The Coast Guard couldn't have flown out there in a helicopter?
No, because we were probably about 600 miles south of the U.S.
So the U.S. Coast Guard won't go out there?
Yeah. You can't send a med flight down there.
Really?
Yeah. It's too far out of
This is
the
America.
helo
We
range.
can do whatever we want. We own
I
this
think
place.
I think it's too far to the helo range, and I think there might be a little jurisdiction issue too
Got it.
with being down in Mexico.
I mean, isn't that in international waters?
No,
No.
international waters is past the 200-mile mark,
Got it.
so it's territory of Mexico.
Got it.
Yeah. It's weird how it works. I think it's up to 3 miles off a coastline is like you're technically in their country, but from 3 miles out to 200, it's their territory. So you can come in there without having to check into customs or anything, but it is protected by that country. Like that's why we had to follow the Mexican fishery regulations while we're down there, because it's regulated by them, but we don't have to check in at Mexico. Because we're not within those 3 miles of their coast.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, you still got your passport on you and stuff.
Sure.
And, you have a visa
Yeah.
in case something does happen where you do have to go in.
Right. Going to
like
Mexico.
in that case, they did have to go and check in. The Mexican authorities came down and, went through passports and all that stuff.
Got it.
Paperwork. But, yeah, so it's not international waters until you get past that 200 miles.
That 200 miles.
Yeah.
Wow. That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, definitely interesting.
Well, so you're going out to work here in the next couple days.
Yeah, I
For a
leave.
couple months.
I leave tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning, I go out for only 3 days, and then I fly down to Puerto Vallarta for a little vacation and talk to this guy who I'm brokering the boat for.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. You were telling us about that.
Yeah.
So are you excited to get back to work?
I am.
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah.
I've been on 4 vacations.
Yeah, this guy's been hitting it hard.
Yeah. Spent a lot of money going out, not a whole lot of money coming in.
Yeah, no shit. Especially this past trip you went on to Cabo.
Oh man, yeah. All the
Sounded like
guys
you had a
ran out of
terrible
money
time.
on the last night. I had to go bail them all out and stuff, and that was so much fun. So much fun.
Sounded like a terrible time.
It's hard to have a bad time in Mexico.
I don't think you're. I think it's like Vegas. You're not allowed to talk about it.
Yeah.
Cabo's like the Vegas of.
What happens in Mexico stays in Mexico,
yeah,
man.
Yeah. Got a lot of good stories, but I guess
yeah.
we're not allowed to talk about them.
No, I definitely have some I could probably share, but you gotta think about.
I want to
them.
hear the good ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. It was a mess. I remember when we first got to the Tijuana airport because we flew out of Tijuana. I remember there was this lady sitting at the bar. This Mexican girl didn't speak any English.
Yeah.
She was just hammered out of her mind,
Loaded.
absolutely drunk, could not stand up, just couldn't barely keep her eyes open, just hammered. And she's still drinking there. And she's
Younger woman or older woman?
She was a young woman.
Okay.
She was a young woman. The bartenders are still serving her drinks and stuff for God knows what reason.
Oh my God.
We get to the bar. We had some time to kill, so we all ordered some beers.
Yeah.
And we're just standing there, like, not bothering anyone. Just standing behind, off to the side, kind of like away from her.
Yeah.
And she just, as soon as we got there, she just turns around, looks at all of us, flips us off, and starts going "Punta tu madre," which is fuck your mom in Spanish.
Yeah.
And just kept looking at us like it was like, I speak pretty good Spanish. I asked her, I was like, in Spanish, I was like, who are you talking to? Are you talking to us? And she goes, yeah, all of you, fuck yourselves. I don't like Americans.
Oh.
Get out of here. Go die. I want to kill all Americans.
Damn.
Yeah, just did not like us and just
hated
kept
you
trying
guys.
to fight us. She hit 3 of us.
Damn.
Yeah, she slapped 3 of us, and immediately fell down. I picked her up and I brought her back over to her chair.
Here she hates Americans, but they're helping her.
Yeah, no, all of us were helping her and stuff.
Damn.
We were talking to her, and when you actually went and like talked to her, she was nice and she liked us.
Right.
But it was like she was going through moods between liking us and hating us.
Why do you
she
think
liked us
that?
because we were helping her.
Why do you think she hated you guys?
I just don't think they like. I don't know. I don't know why. It's just. I don't know. I really don't know why. I can't think of a good reason.
Yeah.
But yeah, she fell down. I picked her up out of her seat. She dropped a bunch of her stuff, so I picked her up, brought her over to her seat, sat her down.
Yeah.
Went over, picked up all her stuff. Laid it out in front of her so she I didn't take anything.
Mm-hmm.
Just laid it out there all on the table so she could see. And she grabs my arm. And she comes over and she opens her mouth wide and tries to bite me. I'm like, no. Stop. Why are you trying to bite me? And then she puts both her hands like on the back of my head and pulls me in and tries to like kiss me. I'm like, stop, dude. Like, this is not going to happen.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, she was a good looking girl, but I mean, that's, who knows?
The mood swings on that one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
And it was multiple times. She was falling down, like, we were taking turns. We were pretty much all taking turns picking her up.
Was
sending her back to her
anybody
seat.
like watching this?
The bartenders were kind of looking over, but not doing anything about it.
Bartenders were like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's get her another drink.
Yeah, they were. They kept serving her. They
Let's see how this
never
one
cut her
turns
off.
out.
Yeah, and when I was talking to her, I asked her like, "Where are you going?" Like, I want to make sure she wasn't gonna miss her flight or whatever.
This is
like,
in TJ, right?
Yeah, because I was like, dude, she needs to leave this bar. These bartenders are not cutting her off. Like, she needs water. She needs to leave the bar. Like, I bought her water, and she just pushed off the side, like kind of threw, and I caught it, and just, set off to the side again. And I asked her, it's like, where are you going? She's like, oh, she's going to Mazatlan. And I go, okay, well, what time's your flight? She goes, 8 a.m. And I look at her and go, it's 11 p.m. or it's 11 a.m. Like, your flight was hours ago. And she just turns and looks and just orders another drink.
Wow.
I was like, oh my God, dude. And yeah, that was kind of the last time I talked to
I
her.
feel like you guys should have invited her to Cabo.
I think she would have killed us on the plane.
I know. Oh my God.
Yeah, but no, she had looked like she was a good looking girl, but she had like her eye was all like bloody.
Oh.
The whites of her eye were bloody. She had gnarly nails on too, like long pointy nails.
Yeah.
So she would grab me and it would hurt. She tried like clawing my face and stuff, and
Was she wearing nice clothes and like looked normal, right?
Yeah, she looked normal. The only thing was she had like almost like a brace on her head.
A brace.
Yeah, like it wrapped, like it was like a brown piece of cloth that
Oh.
went like under her chin
Yeah.
and came back up to like the crown of her head.
Fuck, that's weird.
Yeah, so I feel like, I don't know, maybe the reason why she didn't like Americans, like she got into a fight with some Americans, or Americans jumped her, or something. You know, like something had happened. She had obviously like been roughed up.
Something happened.
Something definitely happened.
Oh shit.
You know, I don't know who or what happened, but yeah, I don't know.
So that was the start of your trip.
That was the very beginning.
What a great start.
Yeah. Well, actually, the very start was one of the guys, as we're meeting at our buddy's house to all drive to the CBX tunnel together.
Yeah.
Was one guy forgot his passport.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So that's how everything kind of kicked off.
Jesus Christ, bro.
Yeah. It was a complete mess the whole way. We finally get to Cabo. One guy left his wallet on the plane.
Jesus fucking
it
Christ.
just kept snowballing. We get to the hotel. Some guys there signing in like ahead of us, and he threw the pen at the guy working like behind the counter, like threw the pen at him.
Jesus.
Yeah, and immediately like, the biggest guy in the group, who was, he messed up his elbow,
Yeah.
but he was going to be probably a number 1 draft pick for the NFL.
Wow.
Like big guy, huge guy,
Oh shit.
strong guy. Yeah, and he just immediately was just like, dude, you better say fucking sorry, like just chirping at him, like, you better say sorry, dude, like, fuck you, fuck your attitude, because what are you wearing, jorts over there, like, what the fuck? Just immediately starts like trying to pick a fight with this guy. He's hammered.
Damn.
Just, yeah, it's that guy. So it just immediately started fighting him.
Before we go into more stories on that, I just want to say, you guys flew to TJ because it's astronomically cheaper.
So much cheaper. You save hundreds of dollars.
When you were saying that, I was like, how much fucking cheaper can it be? And we ended up looking it up, and I was like, holy shit, it's like
Dude, my trip to-
$400 cheaper.
Yeah, because we looked up on my trip to Puerto Vallarta. My trip to Puerto Vallarta, my flight is $86.
Yeah.
It was $13 more for me to go first class.
That's insane.
Yeah. Where
I
if
think-
I were to fly to the U.S., I think we looked and it was like $500-600.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like over $500,
Yeah.
$600.
Plus,
yeah.
you're flying within a country.
Yeah.
So when I get there, I don't have to take any kind of COVID test. Because I'm flying from Mexico to Mexico.
Got it.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it is insane how much cheaper it is.
Yeah. Dude,
I don't think a
it's
lot of people
nuts.
know about that, though. Or maybe people are like
maybe-
scared because they don't want to go to TJ.
Yeah, I don't know. But I mean, it's fine. There's no issues.
Yeah.
It's like a San Diego thing, I feel like, or like a Southern California thing.
Yeah.
Flying out of Mexico.
I mean, if you're, we're 20 minutes away from the border,
Exactly.
so it's not that far away.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's insane. I just wanted to touch
Highlight
on that.
that.
Yeah, because it was crazy. Because when you were saying, we're flying to TJ, I'm like, why the fuck would you fly to TJ, dude?
Yeah.
And then you told me the price, and I looked it up, and I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think this is a good place to kind of end this one off on.
Yeah.
Well, next one we'll get back more into this stuff and
Yeah.
highlight some other stuff. But
Hell
yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying the podcast. We just opened up an Instagram, Under the Palms.
Oh.
You can go ahead and follow us there. We'll keep you guys up to date. You guys can see a little bit more behind the scenes.
We're gonna try to do some video. I mean, not soon, but we're gonna try to do video of us talking. So you can see what we look like.
We got a lot of expansion ideas coming up. So follow us on, we got our YouTube. Follow us on YouTube for now, and then we're going to try and get on Spotify and just all these other platforms.
And
so stay up to date on that stuff.
And if you guys want to hear us talk about something, or you have a topic that we can talk about or something, leave it in the comments.
Yeah, and we'll be reaching out. People can join, and now we know how to call in. We'll start taking some more people.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
And come in. So
cool.
All right, guys. Well,
fuck yeah.
Thanks for listening, and
Party on.
follow us for more.
Hell yeah.